Ever had your gun quit right in the middle of a session? You pull the trigger and nothing. Just silence. And you're standing there like, hello? It's the kind of moment that makes you question everything. And trust me, it happens more than you think. Some guns look fine, feel fine, maybe even shoot fine for a bit. But give them a little heat, a few hundred rounds, and they start falling apart. Jams, misfires, weird feed issues, all the stuff you don't want mid-shoot. So today we're talking about the ones that can't take the pressure. The guns that check out before they ever reach 1,500 rounds. And hey, if you've got one and it runs smooth, that's great. But if you're thinking about picking one of these up, maybe hold that thought. Let's get into it. Number 15. KAR PM9. Let's kick things off with the KAR PM9, a pistol that looks sharp but folds fast under pressure. It's tiny, sure, feels great in the hand, disappears in your waistband like it's not even there, but start sending real rounds through it and the truth shows up quick. The recoil spring wears down like it's made of spaghetti. The feed ramp starts chipping in early, and that smooth trigger turns mushy after a few range trips. If you only shoot it twice a year, you'll probably think it's great. But put it to work, and it's clocking out early. Pocket gun? Maybe. Range warrior? Not even close. Number 14. Beretta Nano. The Beretta Nano had a lot going for it on paper. Compact, slick design, snag-free profile, it looked like the perfect minimalist carry gun. But once people started running real ammo through it, the story changed. The slide is thin. The recoil spring wears out faster than you'd think. After a few hundred rounds, you start noticing misfeeds creeping in. Doesn't matter what ammo you use, it just struggles to keep up. And let's talk about the trigger. Out of the box, it's stiff. And after some use, it gets even worse. You'll find yourself second-guessing every pull. Not exactly what you want in a carry gun. It's easy to carry, but don't expect it to handle stress. Push the Nano hard, and it melts. Number 13. Sig Sauer P250. Now this one might surprise a few folks. It's got the Sig name on it, so you'd think it's built like a tank. But the P250? Not exactly Sig's proudest moment. Modular frame, DAO trigger, and it feels good in the hand, I'll give it that. But once you start pushing it past casual range days, things get sloppy. The trigger return spring wears out fast. You pull, release, and feel that gritty, delayed reset creeping in. And then there's the magazine wear. After a few hundred rounds, users report feeding issues that just don't go away. Even the slide fit starts feeling loose over time. It's okay for light range use or a glove box backup, but if you want something that can take abuse, the P250 is not your guy. Number 12. Charter Arms Bulldog. The name sounds tough, Bulldog. But let's be honest, this one's more bark than bite. It's a snub-nosed 44 that promises big stopping power in a small frame. Sounds cool, right? But when you put it to work, things get messy. Cylinder alignment becomes a guessing game. Timing gets sloppy. After enough rounds, the frame starts to stretch just enough to throw everything off. People report light strikes, misfires, and a trigger that feels like it's grinding gravel. It's like it was built for looks, not endurance. You can use it for casual plinking or as a just-in-case gun, but don't expect it to hold up to regular abuse. Built to carry? Maybe. Built to last? Nope. Number 11. Rossi 38 Special Revolver. Old school look? Yeah. Classic feel? Sure. But reliable over time? That's where the Rossi 38 starts falling apart, literally. Right out of the box, it feels decent. The trigger's okay, the finish looks clean, and for a budget wheel gun, it gives off the right vibes. But after a few hundred rounds, things start shifting, and not in a good way. Cylinders loosen up, timing slips, you'll notice misfires, inconsistent lockup, and a trigger that suddenly doesn't quite feel right. It's like every part starts arguing with the next. Some owners even report the ejector sticking or breaking clean off. If you shoot light and clean it often, it might hang in there. But train hard with it, you'll be fixing more than shooting. Number 10. North American Arms Mini Revolver. Alright, let's talk about the North American Arms Mini Revolver, the definition of small but not so mighty. The thing is tiny, like I can hide it in my pocket watch tiny. And yeah, that's the whole appeal. It's meant to disappear into your daily carry. But once you actually start using it, problems start stacking up. The cylinder doesn't always stay lined up right. The pins loosen, and after a few hundred rounds, you'll notice it doesn't feel as tight as it used to. It's not built for frequent use, and definitely not for training days. Keep it as a backup or last resort option, just don't expect it to keep up if you're someone who shoots often. This one wasn't made for abuse. Number 9. KelTech P11. This one's small, easy to carry, and packs more rounds than you'd expect for the size. Sounds like a win, right? Until you actually start shooting it. The trigger feels like you're pulling a lawnmower cord. Long, heavy, and not at all smooth. And after a few hundred rounds, the frame starts wearing down. The slide gets sloppy, misfeeds start creeping in, especially if it's not spotless. It's the kind of gun that works if you leave it in a drawer and hope you never need it. But take it out to the range regularly, it'll remind you real quick it wasn't built for that kind of life. Carry it lightly, shoot it sparingly, trust it carefully. Number 8. Grenle P30. Here's one that really pulls you in with looks. Sleek lines, high capacity, and on paper it sounds like a solid pick. But once you get past the first few mags, things start falling apart fast. The recoil spring gives out early. The slide, not much better. It feels great when new, but keep shooting it and you'll start running into misfeeds like clockwork. And the lightweight mix of materials might be good for carry, but not for longevity. It's got style, no doubt, but it's one of those guns that's more fun to hold than shoot, especially past the 500 round mark. Looks cool in a collection, just don't expect to keep it on the range. Number 7. Taurus G3C. This one's everywhere. You've seen it, carried it, maybe even recommended it to a buddy. And sure, it feels solid at first. Decent grip, nice size, and it checks all the boxes for a budget-friendly carry piece. But give it some real range time, and it starts changing fast. The trigger bar wears quicker than it should. The mag catch gets lazy, frame wear shows up way earlier than you'd expect, and the more rounds you push through it, the more it reminds you this thing wasn't built for endurance. It's not terrible, it just doesn't hold up. Carry it if you want, just don't fall in love. It's not staying loyal under pressure. Number 6. Point JCP. You already know this gun. Big, bulky, and built like a cylinder block. People buy it because it's cheap, plain and simple. And hey, it'll go bang for a little while, but don't expect smooth shooting. The trigger feels like a stapler. The slide's made of soft metal that starts deforming under stress. And once you get a few hundred rounds in, feeding issues, extractor problems, and a whole lot of frustration. It's like the gun works just enough to keep you guessing. Not terrible out of the box, but it falls apart faster than you'd think. Great for a tight budget, bad for high volume use. If you plan on training often, look elsewhere. Number 5. FMK Firearms G2. This one looks like it wants to be taken seriously. Sleek design, polymer frame, decent capacity, it gives off that I'm ready for business vibe. But once you start pulling rounds through it, things get messy. The trigger wears down quick, the slide starts to feel loose, magazines don't sit right after a while, and misfeeds show up more often than they should. It's like the whole thing was built to impress on day 1 and can fall apart by day 10. You can tell it was made for light use, range trips here and there, maybe a glove box backup. But if you're training hard, you're gonna see it struggle. It looks the part, it just can't play it. Number 4. LLA Max 1. If you've never heard of this one, you're not missing much. It's one of those budget pistols that shows up with a big promise and an even bigger list of issues. Looks basic, feels basic, and shoots like it's barely holding together. From the first few rounds, you'll notice things aren't right. Feed issues, light strikes, the slide ride's rough, and the frame feels like it might crack if you look at it the wrong way. This isn't a training gun, it's not even a decent backup. It's the kind of pistol that makes you nervous to pull the trigger, and that's never a good sign. Use case? None. Just skip it. Number 3. Fenix Arms HP22. This one shows up a lot when folks are looking for a cheap little plinker. And yeah, it checks that box. It's small, lightweight, and probably one of the lowest priced pistols you'll find. But once you start pulling real rounds through it, things get ugly. The The slide is made from soft metal that doesn't age well. After a few hundred rounds, people report cracks, jams, and feeding problems that just won't quit. The extractor barely holds up. And the safety feature, let's be honest, feels more like a riddle than a feature. It's fine for a few casual range trips, maybe teaching someone the basics, but it is not the type of gun you want to lean on long term. The more you shoot it, the less it likes you. Fun for a minute, frustrating forever. If you want reliability, keep looking. Number 2. Sky CPX3. Coming in at runner-up, we've got a pistol that tries to do a lot for a low price, and ends up falling short in all the ways that matter. At first glance, it seems like a solid deal. Compact, easy to carry, and actually feels decent in the hand. But once you start using it more than just occasionally, things start breaking down quick. The trigger wears out fast, springs lose tension, misfeeds creep in, and parts like the slide stop and ejector, known weak points. It's the kind of gun that slowly falls apart the more you trust it. Some folks say it's fine for carry, and yeah, if you're only running a few mags a year, maybe it holds up. But push it hard, and it pushes right back with problems. A close second for the wrong reasons. It's cheap, and it shows. Number 1. Jimenez Arms JA380. And here we are, the top spot. The one gun that just couldn't hold it together. If you've ever fired this thing, you probably already knew it'd land here. It's small, looks simple enough, and the price is the main reason people grab it. But even straight out of the box, this thing feels sketchy. The frame's made of soft metal, the slide feels like it's barely riding on the rails, and the whole build gives off "I might break" energy. And it does. Cracked frames, slide failures, springs that give up before you even hit a full box of ammo, and misfires and misfeeds aren't rare, they're part of the experience. Push it past a couple hundred rounds and you're basically gambling every time you pull the trigger. This isn't just unreliable, it's dangerous when pushed. If you're serious about shooting, leave this one on the shelf. And that's the list. 15 guns that just couldn't keep it together past 1,500 rounds. Some looked promising, some were doomed from the start. A few probably shouldn't have made it past the drawing board. But all of them, letdowns in their own special way. And honestly, that's what makes this kind of list fun. Not the guns that always work, but the ones that make you go, how did this even make it to market? If you're still watching, I'm guessing you've had a jam or two of your own, or maybe you're just here for the chaos. Either way, glad you stuck around. Drop a comment, let me know which one gave you trouble, or which one surprised you. I read them all. Hit that subscribe button if you want more real talk. I've got plenty more coming. Catch you in the next one.